Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a blessed day today. Right now, we're going to try and see if we can get into a reasoning with a lady called Kaysen. Alright, let's see if we can get hold of her now. Hold tight.
Hi there.
How you doing, Kaysen? This is Uncle Drummer. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm great, thank you.
Alright, how's your day going?
Yeah, it's lovely, thanks. The sun's out, and it's great. When the sun's out, it's brilliant.
Okay,
Even if it's raining, it's still brilliant, but I feel that a lot more people are happier and people's spirits are brighter when the sun's out.
Of course. Have you been for your daily walk today?
My daily walk, yeah, I actually ride my bike, so I went for a ride.
Alright, I hope that was good.
Yeah, what about yourself?
No, I haven't. I went to the shop quickly for about a couple minutes, but no, I haven't took the walk out. I probably might go later on tonight when everybody goes in. You know?
Yeah, I hear that.
Alright. So let's jump in the deep end, yeah? Because I know that your time's precious right now.
That's okay.
Alright, so right now you practice Reiki, right?
That's correct, yeah.
Alright. So can you just tell us a little tiny bit about yourself?
Okay, yeah, so my name's Kaysen, and I'm a female. I'm 32 years of age now. And my parents are from Ireland and Ghana in Africa, but I was born in England and I was brought up in the south of London. And yeah, I suppose through my life, just like, you know, normal childhood that was crazy and fun and naughty. And I had a good time and went to uni and I studied as a social worker, then a teacher. And then my mum got ill with cancer and she died with cancer. So that led me on a journey to train in Reiki and EFT and actually my yoga for children first. And then I did my yoga and meditation for adults. And I do my teaching, so I mainly do teaching. And now I am in a position where I support my community and I volunteer for a community group. And I have a wellbeing company called Horizon, Alternative Education CIC. And as well, I work with a collective of like-minded individuals who are here to create like a sustainable ecosystem. So that's really exciting. So that's me and what I get up to. And then obviously in my personal life, I like to have fun, I like to socialise, obviously exercise and meditation, like self-discipline, and just treat myself well and eat well.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. I like that. And that's a good list as well. That's a nice list what you got there. Do you know what I mean? Well done. And I want to say rest in peace to your mum as well, you know. May she rest in peace.
Thank you.
And I know she must have been proud of you, and you know, the people that you know, and even me just not even knowing you or seeing you before, I'm proud of you for what you've achieved. Yeah?
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Okay, so let's go in let's start on the Reiki, yeah?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Alright, what can you, for the people that don't know what Reiki is, can you just let the people know what is Reiki?
Okay, so Reiki was actually come from Japan, and it was actually done with martial arts, because martial arts is about energy, and when someone's energy comes to you, it's about how to redirect that energy. It's similar to like chi flow. So that's, and then when Reiki came to the West and world, they took away the martial arts and they just brought the practice of the energy healing, and it's related to your ethereal body. So it's like the energy body of yourself, the spiritual concept of yourself, and within our body system. Doesn't matter what you believe in, whether it's a Chinese medicine or Indian medicine or it's about the nadi. So we have energy centers in our body. There's like 7 main energy centers that we use in this earth plane, which are also known as the chakras, or people know it as chakras.
Yes.
So they work on those, and within our, you could say, our nervous system, and within the spine, we have 3 energy channels, and they're called our nadi channels, and they also allow energy to run through our body, and that's for how we connect to source energy, whether that's source energy from nature or source energy from what you ever believe in, whether it's God or spiritual or the chi energy that's all around us. So it's from a theory that there's free energy everywhere, there's chi energy everywhere, and we all harness energy ourselves as individuals, and it's about how can we use that energy to live a fulfilling life.
Yes.
And flow with that energy. And what Reiki does is it allows energy to flow. So if we experience pain or trauma or it's something like that, for example, we may get energy blocks, which kind of is quite natural. The body and the mind does have a natural defense mechanism to stop pain traveling around the body, so it is a good thing, but what we have to do is learn how to go back to that pain space or that trauma and reconnect the brain neurons or reconnect the energy flow and unblock that energy, and that's what Reiki enables us to do.
Yes.
So
got that.
As a practitioner, we say we support somebody, so we are a conduit for the energy. We are able to just bring that energy into the space, and your body, your soul, your spirit, and your mind will take exactly what it needs.
Okay.
And how people experience that is all very differently.
Okay, got you. All right, so you did touch on the chakras, yeah, the 7 chakras, yeah.
Yeah.
So using Reiki, are you using all of the 7 chakras, or are you just using a few?
No. The practice of Reiki as a practitioner, what you're taught is you have to do a grounding practice. So first of all, you'll ground yourself. So grounding means you're connecting to all the energy that's around, and there's like loads of practices where you push your chi energy into the earth, and you connect with like the tree roots, for example. Like the earth is held by all these tree roots, and it's really solid. So you connect with that, and then you bring that energy up and you raise with all that is, which is above, and that first is your first practice. We protect ourselves and we ground ourselves, and then from that we feel that we have a hara line, and your hara line is like a rod that goes all the way through your spine right down to earth and holds your feet on the ground, and it also holds you above. So we actually straighten people's hara line first and make sure that people are actually in balance. You can actually test your own hara line. You just stand with your feet shoulder width apart, and you bring both your hands together, and you allow your body to rock backwards and forwards. If you're quite grounded, you probably wouldn't feel a rock, or you might be a very gentle rock. Or if you're off balance, you'll feel that your body will rock, and it'll be like your own sort of human pendulum. So you can people can test their own hara line and see if they're actually in balance first, and then we go to the chakras. And what we do is we open the chakras before, so that we can work on them and allow the energy to come in, and then we finish practicing, we'll close those chakras. So some people's chakras might be going the wrong way, they might be overused, they might be underused, or they could be blocked. So for us, we deal with the whole being. Reiki is a holistic practice.
Okay, so you see what you just said about testing and rocking backwards and stuff like that, yeah?
Yeah.
How say like if I was doing Reiki, yeah? How would I know whether that energy is there at the right time for me to be using Reiki?
Okay, so we there's like how can I put it? With testing your hara line and whether you're in balance or not, that really you could just take the word Reiki out of it, because anyone can just do that anyway. And you can just test whether you're in balance or not. That's just a balance test. Without Reiki. Reiki is a practice where you are trained and you are attuned to a certain energy frequency, so that you understand the energy you're receiving. Because it can be quite overwhelming. But some people who believe quite universal of energy, they may say, well, when I speak to Christ, I feel that energy. It's very overwhelming. The light comes through me and I feel it. People who meditate or Buddhists may say, I feel the light energy. So really, Reiki is using this light energy, and you can feel that it's available to you at any time. Reiki is just a practice where a practitioner can channel this energy on a one-to-one basis or a group basis to so the body can heal and rebalance itself.
Yeah.
So if people wanted to do Reiki, we advise that it's good to do your level 1 and you go and train. So you understand, because you have to understand the body, the mechanisms, the blood, the nervous systems, and it's a practice. It's like if you used to go learn meditation, it's good to learn and practice it, whether it's reading books or going to learn from someone or going to a class. So that's what we advise with Reiki. Do your level 1, it's really helpful. And then if you wanted to teach or be a practitioner, then you can learn more.
Okay.
But if people, on a basic principle, and because obviously I'm a wellbeing company, we do teach people about their own energy and how to connect with their energy body, and how to naturally, basically, our hands talk, our body talks to us.
Yeah.
So when we have a headache, for example, you'll see most people will put their hand on their head.
Mm-hmm.
Or if someone's on their period pain, for example, women, they might naturally put their hand on their stomach. Yeah. And you can generally tell if someone's in pain because the body will be talking and telling you there's a pain area.
Mm-hmm.
And if people do connect we call it attention. So in the mind, you're paying attention to the pain. And then your intention from the heart center is to let go of this pain and to release this block.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can actually do that as a standard practice. And that is outside of Reiki. That is just how can I tune into my energy body? How can I connect? And the breath is a free thing, breathing, we've all got it, it's free. If you actually breathe in, very, very deep breath, and you take the breath from the top of your head, and when you're breathing out, you take the breath throughout the whole of the body, and you're breathing throughout the body right into the feet. And you should be able to feel pain areas as well, just from a breath.
Okay.
So there is, when we understand our bodies and we can connect with that, you can really tune into yourself, but you have to give yourself time.
Okay.
And it is a practice.
Got you. So, Kaysen, the first time you ever experienced like that energy that you're talking about, yeah?
Yeah.
How did you feel at that point, and where did you actually feel the energy coming from in your body?
The energy came, where can I explain? Actually, I'm trying to remember. It was just light energy coming through your body,
yeah.
And it was like a ripple of water, but an energetic ripple of water, very gentle, very calm, very warm. And I think you could feel it from the person's hands, but also from the top as well. Because that's how we receive, is from the top down, like whether you're meditating or you speak to God, it's usually from the top down. But to be honest, the energy is everywhere, and it's like a river flowing through you. And it was so powerful for me that when the lady left, I had to stay in that state of meditation, I call it, or state of being, for maybe about 2 hours after. So for me, it was very, very beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I experienced.
So when you first, because obviously Reiki is a healing energy, right?
You could say that, yeah. Chi energy, yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah.
when you first tried to practice that on someone, yeah.
Yeah.
How did you feel knowing that you was passing that energy on to someone else?
Well, you know what? For me, it's like a blessing. It's actually a great thing, because I'm able to help people, and I'm able to enable people to empower themselves to tune into this natural energy as well, and teach them as well the skills, because the name Reiki means universal life energy. So it's our life force energy. It's free energy. It's available to all of us. And when you obviously are trained to help others, I suppose for me it's like a gift. If I can make people feel better, it's great. And what usually happens is when you get trained, your hands will naturally want to heal.
Yeah.
And you'll be next to people, and your hands will get hot, and you'll have to say, "Excuse me, is your knee hurting?" They're like, "Yeah, it's really painful." And I'm like, "All right, can I just put my hands on you a minute?" And they're like, "Yeah, okay." And then so for me, it's a good thing, and I think everybody in the world should learn Reiki, and they should learn Tai Chi as well. You should learn how to use your own energy and understand what it is, understand how to ground yourself, and how we can heal one another, because your pain is my pain, and we should be able to help one another in that. I shouldn't be separated from you and believe that your pain is your own and go get better yourself. When we learn about Reiki and Chi energy, you get to learn that all energy is everywhere and we share it. And in a healing capacity, if we can share pain and help our brothers and sisters in that way, then we can actually transmute pain a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Whereas if you was to see a kid, for example, crying on his own for 5 hours, would that be quite painful? Whereas if you saw a kid crying and for 2 minutes you went and hugged that kid and you said, if that kid's all right, and you hold that kid in your hand until they feel better, it's the same sort of principle.
Yeah.
In terms of that. So
got
yeah,
you.
that's what I was. Yeah.
Got you. So you know, like you see, like that when you're healing people, yeah, with the energy.
Yeah.
Is there days like where the energy is stronger, or where is it just all one energy, or is it got high and lows to it?
No, the energy is the same frequency. It's all about people. So people will emit different frequencies.
Okay.
So basically, an unwell body or a pain body will emit at a different frequency. Someone with anxiety or depression will emit at a different frequency, and we say there's different vibrations. So it's more the other way round.
Okay.
As a practitioner, you're able to identify the person's energy vibration, and you'll be able to see if they're well or unwell, or where they may have an unbalance. But the energy is just the energy. It's just love. It's just light. It is what it is. There's no levels to it, to be honest. And if you're a practitioner that is in that, then it's always the same. You know, it's not judgmental. You know, a tree doesn't judge another tree standing there. We're all here for the same. So the light and what we channel is non-judgmental. It just is what it is.
Okay, I got you. So you see the energy now, yeah? Can the energy go wrong at any time when you're practicing your treatment? And second of all, does it have side effects to like you as the person with the energy?
Okay, so if I was to just say, there is when you do Reiki, the person usually is laying down. They can be sitting, but because you go into like a deep meditation, it's usually best to lay down, and it's usually done between half an hour or an hour of practice. And what we do is we hover our hands over the body, so it's a non-touch practice, and it's really safe. And the person may experience loads of different things. I would never say it's never wrong or it's bad or negative. It's light, it's positive, and it's done in the most honour of love. But the person may experience different things because you're here to release. You may go into a very deep state of sleep. You may be quite present in terms of seeing colours, smells. People might have visions. People might also talk as well and like let out quite a lot of things that they've needed to say that haven't been said. People may cry. People may want to talk, or people may just be totally silent. So there isn't any, we're not in control of the energy. Your body will take what it needs and you will experience exactly what you need, and we say it's perfect every time for the person. Because you're working on the energy body, we do say afterwards you're not ready to drive, don't have caffeine, and to drink plenty of water as well, because it's like going to work on yourself. It's like doing a physical workout at the gym for an hour, but you're actually working out on your energy body and different experiences that you may have, and your emotional body as well. So you do go to work, and it can be quite exhausting.
Yes.
So people may feel quite tired afterwards, and some people may actually have the best sleep they've ever had. Or some people might be quite restless because the body you put it into a different state of being to address things and to rebalance. And when the body does go through that, it's like when you go for a detox, for example, or a juice detox or a diet, your body needs to adjust. So after a session, there is that adjustment, and everyone will experience that adjustment differently. Some people may experience for 24 hours, 72 hours, or a week after. But usually after a week, you start feeling the lighter aspects of it and the changes in which that the energy has brought you and the work that you've done. You know, we're only 50% of the work. You do the other 50%.
Yeah.
And that's why we say it's quite an empowering tool, really, to learn.
Yeah, that's excellent. So, if there was someone that was suffering from stress or pain, yeah, is there like a time limit to it? Like, if someone was going through like actual physical pain, yeah, would you work longer on that person than you would with someone that's got stress, or is it just the same amount of time?
Yeah, well, just to say, to be honest, we don't treat people straight away who've got like bipolar, schizophrenia, or are pregnant in the first 3 trimesters, or anyone with like injuries, or if you've got the flu or anything contagious. That's like a totally no-go, because there has to be an essence of you being aware and coping already with your energy. With people with schizophrenia and bipolar, it can be quite difficult regarding like the medication, and because their energy is really up and down. So that's like the first sort of nose in terms of people who can access Reiki as a practice. And what was your question again, sorry?
Yeah, so basically what I was saying is that if someone was...
Oh, that's it. I've got you, sorry. So every person responds differently, and I could say there is no definite to how someone gets better. Someone can have pain gone within 1 session. Someone might have to have 4 sessions. Someone might have to have 6 sessions. Someone might need to have 30 sessions. It really matters. That is down to that individual and how willing they are to get better. And with Reiki, when you come and see us, we don't just talk about the Reiki practice. We'll look at your diet, we'll look at your mindset, we'll look at what other things are going on in your life that could be causing pressure, because sometimes what you're experiencing right now, even though you've come to us for that, there could be other things going on. So if people are willing to make positive changes, maybe in the way that they think, or maybe a negative relationship, or maybe how they may feel about themselves, then they can actually take that journey a lot quicker. And come through the other end in 4 sessions, 6 sessions. I mean, with my business, we like to do 6 weeks. So we say actually within 6 weeks, if people are ready to say, do you know what, I've got this problem, this is really, really stopping me from moving forward in my life. I really want to face it. What's going on? I need to talk about it. Can we do this? And we're like, yeah, let's go. People can move through it really quickly. But if people are holding on, they might not be ready just yet. Because some things are quite challenging for people and overwhelming, that it can take them a lot more longer, which is, we say everyone is totally fine. Wherever anyone is at in their journey, that's totally fine. And if you need 30 sessions, if you need 10 sessions, 15, or you need 1, it really doesn't matter. It's down to what you need as an individual, and it's perfect for you at your time in your journey. And we have people that may come for 6 weeks or 4 weeks, and then you might not see them for another 6 months or another year.
Yeah.
And then they'll come back again. So it's really, we say it's individuals' journeys, and it's how you want to use Reiki in your life. Lots of people may use it every day when they go to sleep to rebalance themselves, and then have a grounding practice in the morning. So, if you can adopt Reiki in your day-to-day life as a practice, then you can do this yourself. And then when you might have a struggling time, for example, maybe a death in the family, or a stress going on in the job, or even the other way, you might be getting a promotion, but this is quite overwhelming for you to take on this challenge. You might want to come and just get support to rebalance and have clarity, to have a clear vision of, yeah, I can do this and I can achieve this, and this is exactly what I deserve. So, sometimes you can use Reiki not just for the sort of pain and traumas. You can use it for also the positive challenges that are coming into your life, so you can get clarity and just affirm to yourself that I can.
Yeah, got you. Can children practice Reiki?
Yeah, of course. Yes, it's for anyone. Yeah, it's for anyone. Okay. When you take it back historically in terms of its martial arts and what it is, and Tai Chi, when you look into that Eastern side of medicine, it's a day-to-day practice for people. And that's what they do. They wake up every day. They have a breathing practice. They have a grounding practice, and they go outside on the earth, ground with their bare foot, and they'll do movements, and they'll do some sort of energy work with their energy center before they've even had their breakfast. And that is a daily practice for these places, or where this you could say the origin of where Reiki came from. So I'm sure, if you could, I say to people, talk to cultural people from Japan and these countries, and ask them, what is their culture, and they say, we do, this is our life. But we believe that obviously in the West we wake up and maybe have a coffee or a tea and a fag and some toast, and then we rush off to work, and that's our morning practice. We might get on the phone and catch up with somebody, or wake up somebody, and we wake up to an alarm. And so I think our Western way we wake up is very different, and Reiki can inspire people to wake up differently, so that you have real clear. For me, it brings me clarity. And if, for example, yesterday I had to do accounts for my community, and I'm not a very number person, and I had to go into like a meditation afterwards because my head was actually really busy, and I could feel how busy my mind had got. But I don't want to take that busyness into my next task or into the evening. So, it enables you to be like, have a discipline and a self-practice of like, okay, if I felt a little bit stressed, all right, let me clear that. It was necessary. I had to do this job, but this is how it made me feel. This is the pressure it put on my brain. Let me clear that, and now I'm ready for the next task. But that's the power of the empowerment of learning these tools and techniques to self-manage yourself and to cope with the normal daily challenges of life.
Yeah, got you. So, Kaysen,
Yeah?
You said earlier on about being woken up. For your understanding, how do you think that human beings should be woken up? How do you think that they should wake up in the morning?
Like giving thanks. Gratitude. Gratitude is one of the greatest forces, and love. You give yourself self-love, and I think that's really important. And whatever you believe in, I don't want to tell people who to give thanks to or who to love, but I think those two things are very powerful, is how you should wake up. And actually, we're going to look to greenery. When I wake up and look for greenery, actually our eyes are going to see green and see the earth and stuff. So if you can wake up and look out of the window, I do actually walk out and put my feet on the grass in my garden. Not everyone has access to a garden, but if you can do that, that's also powerful. Just to like take that first breath of the morning with the breath of everything else that's woken up with you, in terms of the nature and the birds and all the animals and everybody else. So waking up and breathing, connecting with your breath. I personally do a meditation in the morning. So I do believe it's important, and that enables you to break from your sleep state and come into the wake state. Sometimes you can wake up and feel a bit groggy, or sometimes people may experience quite dreams, or you might feel a bit heavy or just not ready for the day. If you can meditate in the morning and sit up and 10 minutes, 8 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever your body needs. I don't time my meditations. I just flow with my meditation, and whatever my body needs, that's what I need. And if people can exercise in the morning, that's also a great practice. Yeah, if you could exercise in the morning, that's the best time to build up the energy ready for the day and get all the happy hormones and the endorphins into the body, and that's you feel strong. And because you've rushed loads of oxygen around your body and your brain, you'll actually focus better, memory, concentration. There's loads of studies out there to show how exercise activates the system, so you can receive better in terms of information, perception, awareness, and so forth. So that's really what I advise. And then have a nice, healthy, I juice or I fast in the morning. But eat whatever you feel comfortable. I'm not here to dictate people's diets, but eat a balanced, healthy diet. Eat well. And the morning is the greatest time to have the high energy foods, the raw foods, the fruits, and cucumbers and juices and your seeds and your nuts, because you burn out in the day. So if you can have a bigger meal as much as you can in the morning, or a smoothie that is full of a lot of nutrients and high energy, that is helpful to give you the energy you need for the day. And and to go to bed with. It's also good to do a little exercise routine or a Tai Chi, some little flow movement, so that when you go to bed, you can sleep comfortably. And obviously, of our day, you might be walking around, you might be sitting on the desk for a long time, that in the evening, it's good to just stretch out any stiffness. So lots of us are on our computers, so it's good to just stretch the stiffness in our necks. You can do really gentle practices in the evening. If you're just sitting down watching TV, you can just like do some real simple stretches. And if you're making a cup of tea in the evening, you can just literally stretch your legs out as you wait for the kettle. You know, exercising and flowing your energy doesn't have to be a whole half an hour practice. You can stretch the body quite easily as you're brushing your teeth as well. You know, there's other things that you can adapt in terms of the evening practice, because we're quite tired of our day, and sometimes if you don't go straight to the gym after work or do exercise straight after work and you get home, you might be a bit like sluggish. So we do encourage people that like movement of the evening can be gentle, and if you can adapt it into like the little tasks that you do of the evening, that can help with your sleep. And do exactly the same. Breathe, do a little meditation before you go to sleep, give thanks and give love, and that's the main thing. We are probably about 70% to 80% water, so water must flow all the time. And you know what a stinking pond looks like. You know, the stagnant water. So we say that's what happens to us. We get illness and diseases, and we get ulcers, and toxins collude up like a pond, a stagnant pond. And so we have to keep energy flowing. We have to remember that we are a percentage of water, and a beautiful river that flows and a sea that flows is very clear. And underneath that, there's so much beauty. And that's what we are. We are so much beauty. And we need to allow that flow and movement in our life. So that's where Reiki comes from, the Japanese side. And if you can look into the Tai Chi, that's why we talk about the Chi energy and the Tai Chi and the martial arts, then you'll understand the philosophy of Reiki and universal energy, which is not attached to any religion or anything like that. It's literally, we are energy, and there's energy all around us. And if you can understand that, learn how to harness that, you can cope better with your life. And for example, with the martial arts, if you also have, I don't know, a negative boss or someone who you felt quite threatened with, you'll know how to move that energy away from you.
Yeah.
In a very peaceful and humbling way. And that's the power.
Yes, I like that. So, if could you practice Reiki on animals also? Yes. It's safe, yeah?
Yes, it's for everyone. It's free energy, it's for everyone. And actually, when I do Reiki clients and they bring their animals are very intuitive. They know exactly when I've finished with the client. They come onto the bed ready, and they lay there ready to receive the energy. And they take it very, very well. I've got horses as well. They love it. And horses is beautiful. They communicate to you, and they tell you if it's better, and if it's not better, they come back to you, and you finish the work. And horses, they bow down to you. You know, dogs are quite loving. They want to cuddle you, or they might chat to you. Cats are quite the other way. Cats are actually quite healers. I haven't actually had to heal a cat actually yet. It's all the other way. Cats actually are healers. They heal quite a lot. But dogs are absorbers. Dogs absorb lots of people's pain. So if someone's got cancer in the family, for example, the dog might usually die of cancer and take the pain away. You'll find that dogs usually quite very more absorbers of people's pain and energy. Cats are usually healers, and horses take on as well a lot of pain. They absorb a lot of pain as well. That's why horses are real healers. That's why people will do a lot of work with them who have mental health, or to rehabilitate people, whether it's out of prison and stuff. So animals take the energy very well. And they say that, back in the day, technically people, if an animal was ill on the street, you could be able to channel this energy and heal people. And that's when you go to religion, like Christ and what Yeshua was able to do with, laying his hands and pouring these miracles. And, if we really believe, and we have this intention and attention, and we believe that this thing can get better, whatever that thing is, or being, animal or person, we can make people better. And we always say most people actually generally do pray. If someone's not well in their family, they will talk out loud in their mind and be like, oh, can you make this person feel better? I really want them to get better. And it's a natural thing for us. If we know someone's not well around us, we naturally send out thoughts for them to get better. And if people believe in anything or not believe, it doesn't matter. That's our natural way of thinking. And if we can connect with our natural way of thinking and not put any connotations to it of like, oh, it's religion, or you believe in this, or I call on this person, like, and that's the freedom within Reiki or the Eastern medicine. Energy is free and it's for everyone, and our breath is available to us right now. And if you want to get better right now, you can. And if you're in pain, go face it. Go tune into it and find out what's going on. And the body does talk to us, and we say the body talk actually is the last place to talk. First of all, your mind will tell you something's not right. Then you'll feel the emotion, and then the body will start shutting down. So actually, you say when your body starts paining, that's kind of the last point when you haven't been listening to yourself. Yeah. Because actually, when you can be still and you can be quiet, and that's why Eastern medicine, they all talk about meditation. Doesn't matter yoga, Buddha, Japanese, doesn't matter who you are. They all, the philosophy is all about a stillness, and about going within and closing the eyes and looking on the inside world. And when you make time for yourself to look on the inside world, every answer can come to you for any question you've ever had. But people are afraid, we say, to face themselves. And when you close your eyes, what colour is it? It's dark, isn't it? So people are afraid of the darkness, or we say your shadow. Whether the sun's shining or the moon's shining, your shadow is always with you. Yeah. And whether it's reflected on the outside as a physical form, as a shadow that we can see on the ground reflecting, that also is reflected on the inside of us. So we all have the beast or our ego, and we have to control the beast. We have to learn how to use the ego for survival, and how we can use it to lead in a beautiful and humble way. And we have to learn how to love our soul and connect with our soul, and don't deny ourselves that we are worthy. We was born worthy already. Everyone who's born is born worthy, and we're here to live a life. And that life is actually free of suffering and pain, but we're here to experience challenges, and we can experience pain, a headache. You can forget about it in 30 seconds. Or you can have a headache for 5 hours of your day. Yeah. There's plenty of people who said, oh, that boss was doing my head in, but the minute somebody brings up a funny video, you forgot about that. That's right, that's true. That's how quick we can turn things around.
Yeah. Can Reiki be... Can Reiki be used in as distant healing?
100%, yeah.
Yeah.
You can do group healings, individual healings, distance healings. So we actually have a group on WhatsApp where there's lots of Reiki practitioners, and if people are ill, we just send their name. If people can send a photo, that would also help, but all we need is a name. And with intention and attention, you have to hold it for about 10 minutes. You can make people feel better. There's a lady called Lynn McTaggart, and that's not to do with Reiki, but that's to do with the intention experiment, that all you need is 8 people to pay attention for 10 minutes, and you can make a plant grow, you can make a seed grow, you can make someone feel better. It doesn't matter where they are in the whole globe. There is loads of studies about global meditations where they've reduced crime in areas as well. Yeah. And right now, actually, at 9 p.m. every day, there is people doing the Our Father prayer or praying at 9:15 p.m. at night. And it's only for a 5-minute prayer, but that's a global consciousness that is all connecting at the same time to bring an energy of peace and harmony on the planet. So it doesn't matter whether it's Reiki or you're in the church or you're in the mosque, or doesn't matter where you are, sitting in your home, with the right intention, you can definitely create change. I think that's what the word is there. We can create change, yeah. Excellent.
So, would you just like to tell the people about your treatment and how they can reach you and what to expect when they come to see you, if they see you, or if you do it over the phone, however you do it?
Yeah, well, obviously right now we're on Zoom. Yeah. So it's all done distance. We do also have some group spaces that you can join, and there's also some short meditations that you can join as well. So it's about connecting via Instagram. Instagram is at Kaysen the Gift. That's the same for Facebook. If you wanted to email, it is my name, Kaysen asante @gmail.com. So my name is Kaysen @gmail.com. And if you connect up there and say that you're interested, then I can share with you whatever you're interested in. And from there, we'll take an email address and we can send over details, or whichever way you prefer to connect, if it's via Instagram, Facebook, or email. And we'll share the information. It's just about connecting. And because we're on Zoom right now, the practice will be in your own space, wherever you feel comfortable. We do about 40-minute sessions, but you can do 20-minute sessions. There is some free services happening at the minute because we recognise the times that everybody in. There's option to donate, or you can pay the full price, £20 for 20 minutes or £40 for 40 minutes. And that's it right now, because we're all in lockdown. So until things change, then we can, the venues, I suppose, will change of where you can access our services. But for now, we'll just stick to the Zoom. And I will share with you as well a poster that we have with our services that you can access.
Yeah, that would be lovely. That would be lovely. All right, I just want to say to you, Kaysen, thank you for, the enlightenment today and the clarity, because I never really knew much about Reiki. So I've heard people say it before, and I think I've actually seen someone practicing it a little bit in a hospital. But you definitely bring a lot of clarity to, that practice. And I thank you very much for your time, man. And, wish you all the best.
Okay. That's totally fine. If you don't mind, I'll just add there, actually, because in terms of England and where Reiki's come, it's an emerging practice.
Yeah.
And the NHS, wasn't receiving it until Prince Charles said, actually, it needs to be a recognised practice, and we became a part of the Complementary Health Council, CNHC. So now it's actually recognised under the NHS, and they actually bring in Reiki practitioners to help with diagnosis of patients. So there's a movement within Reiki over, last sort of 5-8 years in London. Well, I say London, but in England.
Yeah.
So you will see lots more Reiki practitioners in these cancer places now, and people can access free treatments if you ask for it. It is available, which is great. So, just to make people aware, like, Reiki is recognised by the NHS, and it is the treatment that is available, and you can ask for it as well. And there's places where you can get it for free. So just to share that, I think that's important.
Excellent. And I want to say thank you to you as well, Kaysen, for your time as well, and sharing what you know, because obviously I know that this is going to bring a lot of light to a lot of people. So I want to say thank you for your time. And,
welcome.
And I wish you all the best in everything you do, and good luck in everything, man.
Yeah, I wish you all the best too. Abundance to everyone. Thank you for listening and tuning in, and thank you for giving me the space to share. I appreciate you, and thanks again.
Thank you so much, yeah?
Yeah, take care now.
Have a blessed day, yeah?
Yeah, you too. Thank you.
All right.